Welcome back. Today we'll be making a game of a fish cleaning the bottom of the ocean. When you go to the beach, you see people throw their trash in the ocean. We want to clean that up today. Today we'll start by taking out the cap and then, taking a fish. We want the clownfish, we have them here. For the backdrops, we're going to use an underwater backdrop to make it a bit realistic because, fish can survive on land. We have them right here. Well, for now, what I want to do is just forget the other sprites we're going to use for now and build a code so the fish can actually move. But first, we want to set the direction. If you click on it, it has these three options. We want to set it to the second one. So when we turn this, it just looks the other way. It doesn't actually it doesn't flip with this one, which is what we want. So we're just going to set this back to 90 and then keep it on the second one. So now what we want is on events, we want when green flag is clicked. We want three different blocks from the control tab. We want the forever loop, and then two if then blocks. Now, since the fish is here, we want to be able to catch the trash that's falling into the ocean. So what we want to do is take the change X and duplicate it. We're gonna put one right here and another in here. For this one, we'll keep this as 10, then change this to -10. Now we're just gonna attach these two together and put them in the forever loop. But even if we click and add the green flag, so now even if we click it, nothing's happening. If I click any keys, it won't do anything. Now what we want to add is under sensing, we want to add key space pressed. Take this and duplicate it, put one here, and then the other here. So now if I hit space, it's constantly changing it to both sides, which making it not move at all. We're gonna stop it and change this to the right arrow. So when I hit the green flag and click the right arrow, it actually moves to the right. Change this to the left arrow key, and it moves. But now you're seeing the fish isn't turning at all. So what we want here is back under motion. We want to take the point in direction key, and then change one of them to -90. You can also turn this dial, change whatever you want, or want to keep it at -90. And then place it above the change X by -10, and place this above this one. So now we're gonna enlarge this, and when we click play, the fish actually turns. So from there, now our fish is moving. Now we want to use something to replicate the trash that's actually falling in the ocean. So we just look around for a few. Let's take the apple as our example today. Nice. And not the apple, but this is kind of too big for just this fish to clean up. So we're just gonna drop the size, let's say 50 maybe. Yeah, that's okay. And then what we want to do is grab three under the event tab, three when green flag is clicked. Or we could grab one and just duplicate it. And that's what we want. But first, we want to make a code for the apple to actually fall down for the fish to catch. So what we want is under motion, we want the change Y command and change this to -5. So it falls a bit slowly. If we add it here, it falls down, it moves slowly every time I click it. But we can't be clicking it every time I'm playing the game. So we're gonna go under control and add in the forever loop. So when I hit it, it's just going down continuously till it hits the border. So we're gonna stop that. Now what we want is we want it to actually move left to right while it's falling down. So back under motion, we want the go to random position. But right now, if we hit it, it just goes down, which we don't want. That's the Y position. What we want is the X position only to move. So we're gonna take the set Y and just set this to 180. So whenever we click it, it only appears on the top. It never goes down, but it moves left to right. So now we have this. It's constantly just moving around since we don't really have anything to tell it what to do. So from there, we want under control, we want an if then, and just put it right above the go to run position. And we want operator since this tells it checks it. So if it's not meeting that requirement, it skips it and loops back. Now we want if whatever is in here is less than 50. For this, we're gonna add the Y position to it and change this to, let's say, for now, we'll leave this at negative 170 because it's just 10 above the border and just put it in here for now. So for now, we also want it to like whenever it hits the fish, it actually disappears. So it looks like the fish actually ate it. So we'll take another if then command. And this time we're going to go under sensing and take touch and mouse pointer. From there, we're going to click on it and change it to the fish. So when the apple touches the fish, it's going to do whatever it says in here. Just to make sure the code works on this, we're going to take this and duplicate it and place it in here. And now, because since this is also a game, we also want to add a score to see how far we can go. So under variables, you want to click make a new variable and call this the score. So now that appears on the top left. Now what we want to do to make sure we don't have any mistakes, we just want to set this, all this over here to score. So whenever we pull it in here, it's always saying score. Now we're going to take the set score and place it right under the green flag. So whenever it's clicked, the score resets back to 0. We're also going to take the change score. So whenever it touches the fish, it increases the score by 1. Now, since that code will only run once, under control, we want to add the forever loop right here. Because if we add the forever loop over this, it's constantly going to keep resetting the code back to 0. So while we have it here. Now we're gonna for the final when green flag is clicked, we want something to actually like kind of stop it. But before that, we're gonna try to make sure the code actually works. Let's see, it's working. We're catching it, and that's it for now. Let's see when it falls down, it doesn't go up, and it also doesn't stop. So we're gonna stop that for now. And now we're gonna create a different an extra code so that when it actually hits the border, this the one down here, it stops. But if we do something like under control, if we do if then, we always want to keep it in the for loop, so it's constantly checking for it. And then if we do sense on the sensing and take edge, and then back in control, scroll down a bit, and take the stop all. Whenever it hits the whenever you click the green flag, it's always going to stop because that's also an edge, which isn't what we want. So what we want to do is under operators, we also want this one again, and then the Y position. It could also get tricky depending on where you place the fish. So you see, currently my fish is at negative 107. So we kind of have to adjust that as we go on with the apple. So, and what you want to do is always make sure that this down here is always 10 less than whatever is here. So we'll make this negative 160, which is 10 less than negative 170. Now, if it ever goes below that, it's going to stop. So we're going to just dodge it for now, which right there, it stops at negative 165. So what we can also do, let's say your friend or you are pretty good at this. You could add when another when green flag is clicked, just to make this more challenging for yourself. And forever, just add a few of this. And add if greater than 50. And then put your score there. And then set this, let's say, we're going to take the change Y command and place it in here. And set this to, let's say, negative 7. So it gradually goes up. So you can constantly duplicate this code and increase the speed of how fast the apple falls. So right now, when we open this, if I hit the green flag, we want to get it up to 5. Since we catch it, if that's this, yeah, see, it starts falling faster, and you have to be able to react to catch it. So that's all I have for today. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and also drop a comment or whatever you want me to do next. I'll see you next time.